So I have a new lecture that I want to start, and I'm going to call it the Fallacious Criticism of the Internets. There's more than one internet. There's the www, but TV, radio, newspaper, they're all part. I consider all of those internets. And what do I mean by the fallacious criticism? Well, let me let you read a headline. This was a headline on the internet. So this young woman who's running for president has a homophobic remark surface after her announcement, her 2020 surface announcement. So I'm going to read to you her homophobic remark. Ready? I believe that marriage is the union between a man and a woman. Now, for me as a Christian, as a Christian, it also is a sacred union. God is in the mix. Does that sound homophobic to you? If it does, well, that's not her. That's Obama speaking in 2008 to Richard Warren, the head of one of the largest evangelical churches. And when he says, I believe that marriage is a union between a man and a woman, he is, of course, reflecting the language of the Defense of Marriage Act, which said that it's only a union between a man and a woman. And Bill Clinton signed that in 96. Obama was lying, of course. He didn't believe that. He was pro-gay marriage in 2008, but he knew what he had to do. Here's what she said, and she said this in 2004. Listen to what she said. And she's talking about they wanted to pass, this is Hawaii. She was the youngest congresswoman in Hawaii. She was only 22 years old. And they were going to pass a civil union instead of a same-sex marriage. And so she says this, to try to act as if there's a difference between civil unions and same-sex marriage is dishonest, cowardly, and extremely disrespectful to the people of Hawaii. As Democrats, we should be representing the views of the people, not a small number of homosexual extremists. And I think that's what they consider the homophobic remark. Homosexual extremists. And of course there are homosexual extremists. There are pro-life extremists. There are pro-choice extremists. There are pro-gun extremists. There are people who will put their thing, whatever it is that they're after, before winning. Obama didn't. Obama's like, I'm all about gay marriage, but I'll lie. I'll lie to Rick Warren and say that I think that marriage is something between a man and a woman. I'll do it if that's what it takes to become president. Now, should you use terms like extremist, homosexual extremists? Of course not. Don't say pro-life extremists if you're a Republican. That's not going to help you. But to think that's homophobic? That somehow or another she feared homosexuality? This seems wrong to use words in this way. And so here are the words over the next couple of weeks that I'll be looking at. I hope to offend everyone. So, homophobic, transphobic, Islamophobic, racist, misogynistic, fascist, nationalists, those I would consider words that the left likes to use. The right likes to use these words: rhino, leftist, communist, political correctness, multiculturalism. And again, we use these words when we don't want to argue, we just want to shut people down. It seems like a fallacious criticism to me. So we'll start next time with a word that I'm making up. I think I'm going to call it helter-skelterism. It's going to be exciting. See you next time, kids.